Hello YouTube and welcome back. This is Goblingee with the second part of my Rainbow Six 1998 PC version sort of introduction stroke talk about, I guess. We are here now in the roster section. We're going to talk about characters, well, about operatives, about stats, and about why we would use certain people for certain missions over other operatives before heading into the kit phase and the planning phase. So to start with, we have on the left hand side at the top here, this area is our mission roster. Currently we have not selected any operatives, so it's empty. Down below it here is a list of all the available operatives who we will go through and select and put up into here. In the middle, this is the currently selected guy here. This is Santiago Arnavisca, and this is his photograph. This is his really cool moustache. National flag, Spanish. Tells you up at the top here on the right what the operation is. Operation Steel Wind. It's mission 1. It's in London. Tells you the time. This is the details about the currently selected character. So it's Santiago Arnavisca. ID number, which is pretty meaningless to us. Nationality Spanish. Speciality Assault. Date of birth 1st of January 1966. Below that we have his stats, so aggression 72, leadership 81, self-control 94, stamina 83, and so on and so on and so on. So these stats will compare to other people, or you'll compare to other people when you go through and decide who you're going to use for each mission. History. This tells you about the individual character, so you can actually kind of like feel more like you're building a relationship with your characters. You will find as you start selecting people to play the missions with that you have actually what you'll probably do is just chuck Ding Chavez in along with a load of other sort of hardcore guys, play the game and then come back to it a bit later and go, oh, actually I'm going to try it, make it a bit more difficult and not just go for the top guys, but I might play with my own nationality or something, you know, and try and work out something like that. So then you'll start looking at people's stats. It tells you the history of him, so there you go, you can start feeling like you are Santiago Arnavisca. Where are we? Yeah, so stats. Now we've got a Spanish guy, we've got an American, pretty high, not very good with demolitions and electronics, but he doesn't have to be because he's assault class. Grenades, I'd imagine an assault people would be slightly higher than 50%. Stealth 73, well, that's not bad, is it? But you know, all the aggression, the leadership, the self-control, the stamina, the teamwork, the firearms, all the important bits for the assault guys are right up there. Again, we've got English guy here, Andrew Burke. His assault stats are fairly high. In fact, he's pretty well balanced all round, I'd say, because his electronics and his firearms are right up there as well. We can see his history there again, so he was in the SAS, and he's a pretty hard chap, I'd imagine. Then we've got Ding Chavez, who's just solid. What more can you say? He's actually a team leader. If you've ever read the Rainbow Six book, he's one of the Rainbow Six team leaders, which is probably why he's so solid in there as well. Then you know, we're moving on to Austrians. Again, a very well-rounded guy. Australia, he's probably one of the best all-rounders here, I'd say. Raymond Renee, or Renee Raymond. So we've got women in the team as well. We're not all men. Again, pretty well rounded. Demolitions, electronics, not so hot on. And then the German is also one of the best assault guys here, Jörg Walter. So we've got a number of assault guys there. As you play the game and work through different missions, if you play with the reserve characters, you will get extra people added in. In fact, they add in anyway, but I think using the reserves speeds that process up. So as you play through, you'll end up actually with more characters than you started with, which is handy because you've noticed that there are no electronics people here other than the reserve. Demolitions, we've got one Canadian guy here at the moment, Roger McCallum. Then recon, we've got Italian, fairly good there, 100% stealth, firearms 90, stamina 95, self-control 80. All of the things which you'd imagine that you'd need for recon would be, you know, pretty high up there. And then you've got Anya Yacobi, who is Israeli, and she is probably one of the better characters in the game. I mean, her stealth is right up there, her firearms are right up there, her aggression is right up there, her self-control's right up there, her stamina's right up there, teamwork's up there. So yeah, pretty good all-rounder. However, for this mission we are really wanting assault, so we're going to go for Andrew Burke. The reason being, I'm English, and I'm going to have him as one of my team leaders. Also, we've got Timothy Hanley. He is our Australian guy, and he is one of the best all-rounders. I'm going to chuck him in there. And we've got Jörg Walter. I'm going to fill this up and use 2 teams of 4. You can use, well, we'll talk about that in team selection, but I'm going to actually take 8 guys on this, and I might end up not using all 8 of them. I might just end up leaving one team standing while the other team go and do the work. So there we go. Right, so I've got 2 team leaders there, and basically what I'm looking at now are people who are aggressive, have self-control, teamwork and firearm. So his firearm is up at 100, so I can pretty much rely on him to his aggression's up as well, and his self-control's up, so I can basically rely on him to give cover when we're moving. If we're running and he's behind, that he's going to be one of the guys who's going to be able to actually get in there, get a shot off when it counts before we get shot. I'm also going to chuck Dinger's in there as well for the same reason. Yep, we will have Daniel Bogart. In fact, let's just take all 8 of our assault. There you go, all our assault guys are going. One mission. Wouldn't that be terrible if we all died? So that's our stats. We talked about that, and we've talked about the individual guys. You know, you can have a look at their history, you can have a look at their medical. This will actually in the future will tell you whether they're wounded or dead, because you probably will get people killed or wounded. So there we go for that. We're now going to move on to the kit selection phase, so off we go. Right. You can well, we've all got the same kit at the moment. So uniforms, there's only 6 to choose from in this game. You've got urban light, urban medium, urban breach, street light, street medium, street heavy. We're going to stick with urban medium. Weapons, you've got MP5A2, MP5 silenced. That's the only silenced weapon, the only silenced primary weapon rather. PDW, Car 15, which is basically the M4 carbine, isn't it? Assault rifle, M16 assault rifle, Bellini tactical 12 gauge shotgun, and then back to the MP5A2. We're going to take silence weapons on this because there's hostages involved. Secondary weapons, again, there's only a few pistols to choose from, but you've got silence versions of them, and we're actually going to take a 92 Beretta 92 silenced. And we're going to take flashbangs. Actually, I'm going to take some heartbeat sensor, and I'm going to take some flashbangs. You got primary mags, secondary mags, heartbeat sensor, demo kit, electronics kit, lockpick kit. Those kits basically speed up whatever it is that they're relevant to, so opening doors, planting bugs or deactivating alarms and camera systems and so on, setting and disarming bombs. That's there, frag grenades, flashbangs. So back on flashbangs, we're going to stick with that. That's a pretty good assault kit, I'd say. Heartbeat sensor, because there's hostages involved and I want to make sure that I know where people are in the rooms with relation to the hostages when we storm in there. So we're going to go with that, and we are then going to assign that to our entire team, so everybody's got it. Everybody's got the same. And we're going to move on to, well, that's it actually, isn't it? That's kit selection, talking about the kit and the roster and the operatives. So that's it for this mission. The next video is going to be the planning phase, where we will go through and plan our mission before going on to the next phase, after which will be the actual action itself. So thank you very much for watching. I've been Goblingee. It's been an absolute pleasure, and I hope you come back. Don't forget to comment, subscribe, like, Google +1, tweet, do whatever. Cheers guys, thanks, bye bye. Actually, you know what, I said goodbye, but I didn't mean a word of it, because I forgot this. We've got teams to place. As I said before, we're going to take 2 teams. I'm going to hit Andrew Burke as one team leader. We're going to have Timothy Hanley as another team leader, and then we're literally just going to drop 3 extra guys on each team. And that's going to be it for this. It is just an assault. We're going to have a look at the planning phase and then decide where we're going to storm the building from. Okay, so that really is it for this one. Thanks again for watching. Cheers guys, bye.